JD. As you know, but I'm playing Yardic, and we haven't got a chance to introduce ourselves yet, so I'm gonna do that. Yardic Greyfoot is a dwarf. He stands about 3.5, 4 foot tall. Like a lot of other dwarfs, long red, curly, matted hair with a beard that almost intertwines into his hair. Wearing darker clothing, chain mail armor, but light chain mail armor. You know that he is a werewolf, and the wolf is, best way to describe it, more Twilight than sci-fi. I don't know. It's a wolf. It's not
wolf. It's not an actual werewolf itself.
Yes. Look, it's a wolf.
Yes.
Dire wolf.
Essentially.
I think that's about all I have to say about
wolf?
him. The wolf is black with yellow eyes.
So serious. Got it.
Cisco?
I play Laura. Hello, my name's Cisco. I play Laura. I am a teddy bear. I stand about 2.5, 3 foot tall. I have one arm that has been reattached by what seems to be a heavy leather cording. One leg that's been reattached and one ear that's been reattached. I have mismatched collared button eyes and matted and dirty fur.
I'm Jacob, and my character is Vandrell. He is a 6'5" drow, which is a dark elf. He wears a trench coat with the sleeves cut off. His hood has it's got like a hat to bring the hood out over his eyes to cast a shadow, because drows have issues with sunlight. He has a blood red undershirt, and he walks with. He doesn't need the cane, but he walks with a cane.
I'm Adam. I play Marcus, and he's a half elf. But looking at him firsthand, you notice that he's pretty much most of his traits are human. Like he has kind of a little bit longer brown hair, comes down under his hat, kind of long naval coat. You know, like I mentioned before, he always wears a hat, which now apparently has a smiley face stitched into it. Coat and hat a little bit. What's the guard Yugo colors?
I mean, for where you're a part of, it'd be like purple and black. So
I'm perfectly fine with purple and black.
and
I was gonna say like the only real indications that give him away that he's an elf is like if he takes off his hat, you can see a bit of a point to his ears. Other than that, he looks perfectly human.
I forgot to mention Vandrell has red eyes.
red eyes.
Yes, I forgot that.
And Laura also has multiple patches, and she is wearing leather armor.
And then we have Gil. Gil is a melon. He has a captain's hat and kind of a naval coat as well, with 6 buttons, 3 on each side. You can only see 3 of them at one time because of the way the coat goes over. And just general long wooden pipe that he's carved out of a stick, you'd assume, and sits inside a fishbowl.
Yeah, the fishbowl in my satchel.
As we left off, a brief encounter with Dr. Wiley as the group was traveling through the city led to York being shot in the chest, and as he passed out, he hand over the orb to Laura. So as we come to, you go completely blackout. You're rushed back to the inn, and that's where we'll start this game. You all heard a rumbling noise, super, super loud in the middle of the night. You are not sure exactly what it was.
Okay.
First thing I'm going to do is check to see if there was an exit wound from the bullet.
From what you find, it is completely gone. like the bullets pass through.
Okay.
I'm going to sometime during the night or that morning. I'm going to cast Identify on the orb.
Okay.
Just because I know what it's supposed to do. I'm making sure that I know what magic's supposed to be on it because the other dwarf told us. I want to know if there was anything else added to it.
From the previous incantation that was on it, it's completely removed, and now it has almost a purple hue to it.
What kind of magic is it? Like what school?
Definitely of the arcane nature.
I'll have to have Vandrel look at it. So I'm gonna actually have Vandrel look at it and see, because he would be more attuned with the arcane. Vandrel, look at this.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
It has something weird on
Hold
it.
it up to the light.
You can see it's almost this clearish orb that has a purple ball inside of it.
Okay.
It's emanating this like purplish flowing energy, and it's pointing in a direction, like it's pressed up against the actual orb itself in one direction.
It's not the protection magic that it was supposed to be.
I'm gonna see if I recognize the aura that it's giving off.
I would say that you spend like an hour just trying to focus on it directly, and you can't figure out what's causing it. You see if you move it around, it doesn't shift in position or anything.
Is it pointing towards the Arctic?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Am I in the room with these guys?
Are you?
No. No.
I
I would
figure.
say someone was watching over you pretty heavily as you were being repaired up.
Yeah, I was probably casting several healing spells on you. I would say more than likely we all slept in the same room because of the circumstances.
I would say we should take this to Jameson. He probably knows more about what it is.
I'm just worried about it tracking us.
Oh yeah,
Problem.
most likely.
Because it's not protecting you anymore.
I know.
What was trying to get you to go toward him?
Why don't...
That would play to our advantage.
Not exactly.
If there's 5 of them, we know exactly. If it was going straight toward them, they can have something set up for us. It wouldn't be exactly an advantage.
But we know where he's at. Without it, we don't know where he's at all.
Why don't one of us go get Jameson and bring him here, so if it is a tracker, it doesn't...
Or we could just leave it here and we all go get him.
Yeah, but you want him to see it.
I know, and bring him back. I don't think anyone should travel alone.
Well, Laura can transform into a different look, so that they...
You want to go with me?
One that, like, you
I
should
think
stay
you should
here,
stay
because they're going to
here.
recognize you.
They won't recognize me.
Alright, good
Go.
luck getting him over here.
They'll probably recognize me as well.
I'm going to... How far are we away from...
From where the inn is, it's within city limits, probably like an hour walk.
Okay, I'm going to cast... charm... not charm person. I'm going to cast disguise self.
Okay.
I'm just going to disguise myself as a... well, I'm actually going to disguise myself as a random dwarf or child I had seen in the street previously.
Okay.
Just somebody, just...
Just anybody. Okay.
I might change a few different features just so I'm not exactly the copy, but
Okay. Easy enough to do.
I'm also going to give myself the blessing of the trickster.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to go to Jameson's then.
Okay. You going by yourself?
I believe so, because I'm
So they recognize me. I don't know about him because he was just kind of.
You should go with him, with her.
Can you disguise self?
I mean, I don't know if they got a good sight of him. I know they saw me definitely and saw him.
Okay, hang on, let me pull it up. Yes, I can use alter self.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm going to disguise myself kind of like an old human man.
Okay. Easy enough to do. You make your way over to where the door is, where Jameson would be, and you see that it's cracked open.
Okay, I'm gonna creak it open and kind of just like peek in.
You peer in, and it looks like it's been thrown. Like everything that was in there before, like the small table and bed, and even the carpet that was covering the trapdoor in the back's been thrown off. Looks like whoever was here before left in a hurry. You see no signs of a struggle or anything, so you assume that Jameson probably just fled.
Okay.
You want to check downstairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check in the trapdoor.
Okay. You go through, you guys walk through, no problem. Comes out to the other end, to the shack where you've seen Yorick previously coming out of the last time.
Nothing.
No sign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guess we'll just have to go back to the end and inform him that he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he'll know where he went.
While these guys were gone, I'm going to make my longsword my pack weapon.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before you
I'm gonna see if there's anything useful that he left behind in his house.
You don't find anything, like whatever was of any use, you'd say he probably kept low and took everything.
Do I see any, like, statues of the smiling lady or anything? Like, nothing? Okay. I'm worried. Very, very worried.
So I'm just gonna start returning to the inn.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Okay. So you continue on your walk. They've been gone for about 2 hours now. And they finally made it back.
I've probably fell back asleep.
I'm pretty much just there with Gil, probably keeping watch.
So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna kick the dwarf awake, like with my foot, like kind of like tap him.
Okay.
Did you get him?
He's gone.
Yay.
Not. It didn't look like they came in and attacked him, and he's just up and left.
Maybe he found my dad.
Does he have any other hiding places that he likes to go to?
I didn't know him very. I mean, I used to know him pretty well, but not since he's moved here. I don't know much about the city.
Okay.
We have two options. We can keep this orb. Maybe they're tracking us, or we can drop it and start from scratch.
If only we had a way to keep it, but not keep it.
I've heard of pocket dimensions that can do that. If you two possess that kind of magic.
I do not.
I can only pull my sword out of nowhere. Just pull it out of the dimension. That's all I can do.
Can you stick something else in that dimension?
Isn't there a way to... Andrew, you know. Isn't there a way to, like, protect or keep stuff from being seen?
Not any magic that I currently possess.
So we should probably not hold on to this.
You're hearing a lot of ruckuses downstairs. People chanting, drinking, and general like atmosphere change completely from what it was last night.
So, like a happy.
Yeah.
Should we go check that out?
It sounds happy. I was walking through and kind of just look over the banisters. We're on the second floor, aren't we?
It is packed compared to what it was even whenever you two left. Like, there's people cheering, there's people like holding on to each other at the bar, like crying, like thank you, like so on and so forth.
Let's go see what's going on. I start walking downstairs.
I'll stay with them.
You make it downstairs and you're having to physically wade through the people to get towards the front.
I go to the person that said thank you.
Okay. It was this, there's two older gentlemen sitting in a chair looking back and forth, and you can visibly see like tears streaking down their eyes.
What the fuck's all this ruckus for?
You haven't heard?
No.
The spires. They're back.
What?
The spires. The Hallow Brave spires. Ones finally came back after all this time. It's been 25 years since then.
What do they do?
It's the Grand Towers. Full of riches and treasures if you're brave enough to get through them.
They just sprouted?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
One came up not even 20 miles from here. You can see it outside if you walk up.
So it's just a tower full of riches.
I mean, there's beasts too.
The gods always have a sense of humor.
This is fucked.
Andrew, what do you know about this? Anything?
Would I know anything about?
Roll a history check.
Try as well.
That's a 6. So
I
I'm
got
gonna say
5.
this would have happened before I was born, so I had no idea.
You guys have heard of them. There hasn't been one in a long time, and there hasn't been one on this continent specifically for over probably 50 years.
Before my time.
I was alive.
The general knowledge that you do have it is that essentially they are believed to have came from the actual Aether Conundrum. Like a few years after that, they started forming and such. But there's never been like a real reason why or like how they're actually created. You'd say that it's probably due to an influx of like aether flow actually forming in one location, but not specifically anything that you know truly about.
Oh, does this explain this kind of thing out loud?
What kind of riches are we talking?
It just depends. It's usually party dependent. Usually goes off of their wants or needs.
Should we go?
I'm very interested about not only the riches, but like how it actually like appears out of nowhere.
I'd say the gods are bored.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Speaking of the gods, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask the smiling lady about it and see what she says.
Okay.
19.
The most that she really knows about it is that there's been problems in the past with people going in and not coming back out. That's why it's called the Hallow Brave, that only the bravest and strongest can actually get through them. And that there's level tiers of them, so it gets harder as you go up.
Feel like this is not really.
I think it's an odd coincidence. First you get shot and tracked down, and then this sprouts. They don't have that kind of power, do they?
No, I would not imagine. We can check it out if you guys want.
Do I still have the orb at this point?
No, you gave it to me. I've been tinkering with it.
Vandal, can I see that orb?
Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna step outside real quick holding it.
Mm-hmm.
The little purple dot, is it pointing towards that?
It is pointing towards the tower, yes.
Guys, it's pointing towards the tower.
Shit. So we have to go there.
And you can see it towers over the cityscape itself, miles out. It almost has this, like the crystals that form the actual spire itself, almost have this like dragon scale look to them as they go up.
Well, I'd say we sleep through the night and then go there in the morning.
Could we get to the top without going all the way through it?
I don't know. I
We'll have
wasn't alive
to see
last
when
night
we
when
get
these
closer.
came.
It's a
So-
plan then.
I'm gonna go back into the room and take a long rest.
I mean, we just took a long rest, didn't we?
Yeah, but
I mean, you were keeping him awake, so
and
you'd
alive.
be feeling it somewhat.
Probably not.
You were casting like healing spells and stuff on him.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Let's sleep. We'll go in the morning.
I think
Go
that's the
later
best
today.
course of action.
So I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna say it's really early in the morning. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning while this is all happening. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not like.
I thought it was
nighttime.
I thought it was morning.
No.
So it was still night. Okay. So I guess I'll be like, well, who's going to take first watch?
I'll pass out.
Okay.
I mean, he was shy. He kind of earned it.
I'll stay up until somebody wakes up.
So I'll stay
Well,
with
you
you.
can-
We need at least one.
You just need that like 4-hour rest period, and like you can like jolt yourself awake if somebody comes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll stay up. I'll just stay by the door. I'll stay by the door and release, because I'm still sentient within 10 feet, so
Okay.
just lay up against the door like,
I mean, I'm half health. I already got my 4 hours technically.
Okay.
So I'll stay awake with you, and I'll look at just like Gil just take a nap. We'll might use you later.
You go through the night. It's completely peaceful. Other than the random cheers downstairs and such. And then morning light breaks through the window. It's a plan of action.
Let's head out.
Yep, I gathered my stuff and
Anybody can check out, see if there's any of you guys got a map, or we can find one to see if there's any kind of places nearby that tower. Because we're gonna need supplies. We're doing this.
I do need to go to a store and pick up. I want some like medical supplies.
I'm also going to, because I keep thinking there's got to be a way to, carry this without people knowing. Or maybe it's just changed because of the spire. Who knows?
They could be testing him.
It could be. It could be also waiting in this tower for a trap.
If I was investigating the dog over here, I wouldn't just up and kill him because that wouldn't teach me anything. All I have then is a dead dwarf.
You know, well,
You don't get any information out of that.
He's definitely tried to kill me a few times.
Or he's been trying to corral you into a direction he wants you to go.
That
Good
could be the reason why he doesn't
Possibly.
use silver bullets.
Possibly.
So
You definitely do have a pretty gnarly scar there now after all the healing spells. You still couldn't fix it back up to where it was.
I'll meet you guys at the edge of the city towards the spire when you're done shopping.
alright. So I'm going to go find somewhere that sells like sutures and stuff.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
As you're going through and out of the actual tavern itself, you see a noticeable amount of people with like backpacks and like just general adventuring gear itself. And it seems like there's a mass amount of travel that's going towards the actual tower itself, especially whenever you guys go outside of the tavern. You see people with swords and things. Like people just look like commoners and like merchants and stuff still going towards the tower, hoping to get their riches.
Vandrell thinks to himself that he's going to have a lot of corpses to experiment with after this is done.
You finally, it takes you probably like 30 minutes to find, especially with all the confusion and the busy streets are even busier currently. You managed to find it says Herb and Potts. That's the name of the actual building itself. You managed to go in. You see a little old man, probably 3 or 4 feet tall, halfling, and he's working the counter very tirelessly. Looks like he's been up all night going through and dealing with people.
Okay. I'm going to approach the counter.
Oh, I don't get much of your folk in here.
Well, my people don't particularly like adventuring that much.
Everybody comes out for spires.
Well, that wasn't my intentions, but since it's around, might as well check it out.
Gotta go for those riches, I like.
I need clamps. I need sutures. I need the needles for the sutures. So what else would I need?
You tell me.
I need like scalpels.
Yeah, I can muster up a few.
And I think that'll do it for now.
Pulls out the stuff that you want in a little box and sits in the front. Anything else?
No, but I'm sure you'll be seeing more of me.
Okay.
How much do I owe you?
With a lot, I'd say just 50 silver.
Okay. He hands it over.
Anybody else got anything?
I'm gonna go pick up traveling supplies.
Okay. Like what type?
Because I know I don't have an actual backpack, so I'm gonna get a backpack, probably some actual rope for myself, traveling rations, things like that.
Okay. Easy enough to find. Just find basically any vendor at this point has as many adventuring gears as they possibly can to try to prepare for this. So I'd say it costs you like 1 gold to get all that.
All right. Any way I can find like a better chainmail? What's the chainmail I got on? Chain shirt or something like that, medium arm than I got now.
Not for the amount of money you guys have.
I need to
Find
find a sword maker.
Okay, easy enough. You can find the closest one to you guys would probably be the hard anvil. It's super easy to recognize because there's this massive anvil that the shop is actually like that's what the shop looks like. It looks like a physical anvil, and there's a couple like youngish guys working in the back.
Okay. I'm going to go up to him and ask how much a rapier is.
Standard rapier, nothing fancy.
No, nothing fancy.
I mean, we got a few over there. We got bronze, silver, cast iron,
Steel.
steel. Under about, I don't know, 75 silver.
Alright, here you go.
Okay.
It's a racial. Drows are proficient in short swords and rapiers. So.
Is there a... Have we seen a temple to her yet?
You haven't seen a temple to anybody in this city. From what you can assume, there's probably not a specific god that's been for the city at all.
How much was it for like I'd say about 4 days rations and a rope?
One week.
Alright.
And it'd be 8 days rations.
So 8 days. Okay, one time for them.
I'm going to... I guess I'm gonna just take... try to think here. I'm having a hard time because I don't think I can find actual gold coins. The problem is her thing's a gold coin.
I mean, you have gold coins.
I have 2. And I'm not going to give them to random people.
Understandable. So, do you need to get anything, healing pots or aether cells or anything like that?
Aether cells.
Yeah, they're those cells that have the aether on them that can you take an action and it allows you to cast a spell even if you don't have a spell slot to cast it with.
Oh, yes. I know those exist.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for those as well.
Okay.
I also grab me a potion.
Okay. Standard healing drow, which heals 10 points, is 1 gold apiece, and the aether cell, same thing, it's 1 gold as well.
I'm going to take 5 of them.
5 aether cells.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to take 2.
I'm gonna take 2 healings.
I'm sure to write that down.
And I'll also take 2 healing potions.
Okay.
So they were gold piece, right?
Yeah, gold piece.
And I'm going to... Could I get like... so there's nowhere around here that sells like... any kind of religious religious like emblems or anything like that.
I mean, I'm sure you can find some, but none specifically for your deity.
Oh.
Alright, That's all I need.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start going towards the edge of the city to meet up with Yardik.
And I'll be with him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we have kind of met up at that shop and we're heading off together.
Okay.
What up to what level can Aether cells be used?
It depends on how many you use. If you use 2 of them, it'd be a level 2. If you use 1, it's level 1. So
Okay.
on and so forth.
Okay.
You can get bigger ones, but those are batteries and they're a lot more expensive.
Okay. So to cast a level 9 spell, I need 9 Aether cells.
Yes, but you'd have to use them like for each like action and bonus action. That'd be using 2 of them.
Okay.
So you gotta like use like recharge them basically.
No, so you'd have to. For me to be able to cast like a 4th level spell, I'd have to use my action and bonus action for two for 2
2 rounds.
2 rounds to be
And
able to
then
cast.
you have another one at that time.
Then I have a 4th level spell.
Yeah. You can extend your magic out by using your life points, but it drops you down to 1 HP when you do so to cast 1 extra spell. So if you don't have any Aether cells or anything like that, and you need to cast a spell, then you drop yourself down to 1 hit point.
What if you already have 1 hit point?
Then you die.
I feel like that would be broken with me.
It depends.
Cause do that and
You
cast a
only do it
mass heal.
once a day.
Yeah, drop myself down to 1 hit
Can't
points
use
and
it for
cast.
healing.
Oh.
It's only
For
like,
arcane magic,
Yes.
probably. Okay. So do Aether cells work with divine magic then?
Yes.
But I can't sacrifice life for divine magic.
Correct.
Okay. So I'd have to have. So I can't do that.
Because that would put you into a bad position with your deity.
Oh yeah. Was that making me a blood mage at that point?
I love that on Dragon Age.
You guys took long enough. You ready to go?
It's hard to fish through all these people. Yeah, let's go.
Start walking.
You guys walking there, or
Mm-hmm.
okay?
On the way there, I'm just gonna keep praying to the smiling lady, to watch over us, everything like that.
You continue your way. You pass by the large graveyard itself on the right-hand side from the previous battle of the Aether Conundrum. You almost get to, which is a town that you know of, which is Yatsua, the main port city of the whole entire empire itself. And you can see the tower. It's right between the graveyard and Yatsua, just standing out in the middle of the field itself. You went by this road hundreds of times, and to see this many people, like whole caravans and just people walking beside like horses, people on like horses, beast of burdens, everything, like, is crazy to you. It almost blocks out your view of where the capital is itself, like Aetherville.
I'm not gonna wait hours in line. Let's go to the front.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
We can try.
Okay. Continue through, and as you're noticing on the tower itself, there's multiple doorways around the whole thing, and people are going in rapid succession. Like, you see some people planning out strategies, things like that on the outside. You see people setting up tents, people setting up wagons.
Do I see anyone exiting in defeat?
You haven't yet.
I want to talk to someone that exits in defeat. That lost. Tell
if
us
they
what could be
lose,
in there.
They're probably gonna die.
So, millions of people, thousands of people die in this. All these people are just going in to die. You don't think anyone comes out alive. Except for the winner.
Perhaps.
That's what it sounds
I mean, it's what it really, as they were saying, what it sounds like, only the best come out alive.
Okay.
So you said there's just like common people and stuff going into it.
Yeah, just general everyday people.
Well, actually, from what he
As
was
well as
saying,
adventuring groups, engineers,
Are we gonna
guard parties.
Are we gonna go in this?
Why not?
The orb is pointing us to it.
And die?
Well, from what we can tell, each person gets their own different area, so unless they somehow wait.
I want to go up to the tower and like inspect it, like what's it like, inspect like what it's made out of,
Okay.
and you know,
Roll a
just-
d20 for me.
Now, is there one group of winners or multiple groups of people who...
Well, from how you explained it, like you can go so
That's a
far and
six.
still come back. It's just it gets harder and harder to
You
go
have no
up.
idea. It's this darkened crystal in the shape of almost dragon scales itself that line this whole thing.
I'm just gonna talk to her and ask her if she thinks we should go in or what her thing is. I mean, she is the deity of adventuring, so.
Okay.
3.
No response.
Oh dear, she must be very busy today. It's been so long.
I'm
Let's
gonna
go
start.
in.
I'm gonna speak in Elvish to the guard.
Okay.
How mad would you be if I started pulling dead bodies out of here and like having a little fun with them?
As long
One,
as I
you
can
might
help
have
it.
rephrased
We're in
that.
Elvish. You can't hear me.
Yes, I can.
Do you speak Elvish?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What are you all saying?
I mean,
I didn't know you could speak Elvish. Most dwarves can't. Well,
that's
this-
actually quite surprising, but I mean, with me, is there any law against necromancy?
I'm not doing anything magical.
Doing
with
it
them, just-
specifically, it's not really smiled upon, but unless they're trying to take over like an area or something of that nature, it's not really too bad of a thing.
Okay. Like, well, as long as they're already dead and no one comes to claim them,
Okay.
I guess that's technically free reign then.
I'm gonna start walking towards the tower and get ready to go in.
Okay. Are you guys going in together or?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Y'all coming?
Yeah.
All
This
right.
is gonna end well.
So we walk in.
Alright, so you find one of the doors on the side of the tower itself and you step through. And then you see the doorway behind you just
I don't like this.
No going back now. You're scared?
Yeah.
Should go in
Is
there.
it lit up on the inside?
from where you're at, there's a set of stairs that lead downward. And as you're looking, there's no light in the actual staircase itself. You can see a small light above you, like a small torch,
Mm-hmm.
but then it goes down and you can't see from
I'm gonna take my hood off because I'm finally out of the light. That feels pretty good.
I'm scared, but she'll watch over me. Yes, she will. I'm sitting there talking to a coin.
there. Okay.
I notch an arrow,
Okay.
walk forward down the staircase.
First thing I do is cast mage armor.
Okay. Anything you would like to do?
I'm just gonna try and look a little bit ahead of you because I can actually. Well, when you're in wolf form, you probably take way more than me, but at least I have armor.
Let's go. Down the stairs.
Alright, continue down the stairs. You'll probably continue for about 15 to 20 minutes. And you still have no sight of anything.
You can't see anything at all? I light a torch.
Okay. So you light up a torch, just standard stone walls. Every once in a while you'll see a slight engraving on the sides. Nothing really catches your eye.
Engravings, like actual kind of words.
You're not sure if it's words specifically or what it is, but it's like it's almost of old arcane knowledge look, but you can't really. It's so worn down that you can't tell what it is specifically. You continue on for probably another 40 feet, and then you finally get to a turn. It goes right.
A peak.
It goes right down at the bottom of the staircase itself. So you peek around the corner. You don't see anything from what you can tell.
I'm going to look because I can see a lot further in the dark.
Okay.
What's your dark vision?
120 feet.
Hell yeah, you can.
You can see that there's a turn on the right hand side, about halfway down, and then you can only assume that there's like another room at the very end of it to the right because you see a faint flickering of candlelight.
Okay. So it looks like we have one hallway that goes right in the middle, and then a room all the way on the end on the right.
Does the orb glow?
It has a faint glow to it, but nothing more than like a 1x1.
What is it doing now that we're inside? Just stay in the center?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So should we check out the room at the end of the hallway first?
I say take it slow. We don't know what
Yeah.
could be waiting for us.
Should we look for traps?
Yeah,
I throw the torch in the middle of the room.
it's a hallway.
Yeah, it's a hallway.
There's okay, never mind. Take it back.
The room's at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
All the way at the end.
I don't do that. I start walking.
Okay. As you go through, just like what he was saying, you can see very clearly now that there's a hallway that goes towards the right.
I'm gonna look when we get to the hallway. I'm gonna look down the hall.
Okay. Looks like it goes